So it seems as if my Michelle has spun the block on my man Shannon Sharpe for millions of dollars. Let's check out this latest allegation. Well, what do we have here? My man Uncle Shay is now being sued. This is breaking news. This came out an hour or two ago. Many of your content creators have covered it, but I'm going to give my spin as I should because this is a male-centered channel. So, Shannon Sharpe, as TMZ Sports reports, Shannon Sharpe sued for $50 million over alleged great. Where's the money counter? $50 million.
I'm really a nice guy. People just have me all wrong, Skip. I'm really not like that. I'm totally not. I'm really a good guy. Everyone will vouch for me.
Now, I might add that this comes fresh off of the heels of the latest news that Shannon Sharpe is about to or have already signed a deal for his Nightcap and Uncle Shay podcast worth upwards of $100 million. Okay. And so now this woman, which I believe was the same woman that was caught on the Instagram live incident talking about my Michelle and all that. I don't know her name specifically, but he called her Michelle in the IG live that he said was an accident. Well, I believe this is the same individual that is now levying these allegations against Mr. Sharpe. So let's get into this article and read the allegations because they are heavy and actually very, very recent as well, which is another head scratcher, but let's read. Shannon Sharpe has just been sued for allegedly raping a woman on multiple occasions, and the plaintiff in the case is asking for tens of millions in damages. The lawsuit obtained by TMZ Sports was filed by a Jane Doe on Sunday in Nevada after she says Shannon brutally SA'd her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. Enemy spotted. Following a years-long abusive relationship. Now, here's a question that I have, which is a very simple one, right? If this just happened, they're going to say in January of 2025, why did she not go to the police? But somehow, coincidentally, he's on the heels of signing this multi-million-dollar deal. And now you want to file a lawsuit?
Ain't no way.
It just
ain't no fucking way.
I'm not going to say anything. You know, that's just my thinking out loud. You tell me out there in the comment section, but I'm just saying, okay? According to the lawsuit, Doe met Sharpe in 2023 at a gym in Los Angeles when she was 20 years old and he was in his mid-50s. I mean, still legal, right? She stated in the docs during their first encounter, Sharpe told her he would buy her fake S if she won a weight loss competition with him. She wrote in the suit, Sharpe proceeded to pursue her relentlessly, calling, texting, and demanding she come to his Beverly Glen mansion. Okay, well, he was trying to get them cheeks. Okay. The woman stated that she and the former Denver Broncos tight end ultimately got into a consensual relationship, though she described it as controlling and verbally abusive. Okay. Controlling. Okay. You know what? Again, these are words that are very general. Controlling and verbally, you know what? That also is relative. She's 20 years old. So the stuff that he's saying, maybe she perceived it as that because she's not used to it. Again, she's 20 years old. And controlling, well, I believe that every woman uses controlling when people put restraints on them because she's 20 years old. She wants to be free, meanwhile still being out with this man, okay? If you've made it this far in the video and you're still here, thank you again for your viewership. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell that way you can be notified whenever I go live or drop new content. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, please do so by hitting the Cash App $, Mr. Normie. And you can also go to my Ko-Fi page ko-fi.com/workingmanmg. Also, I'm trying to build a community on Locals, so if you would, go please check out my Locals page, and you can join for just $5 a month. You can post, and we can build a community of like-minded working men over there. Thank you for your time. Now back to the video. Quote, he demanded complete control over her time and body, attorney Tony Busby wrote in Doe's suit, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command whenever he called.
We need to move Lonzo.
That ain't no problem. Huh? That ain't no problem.
Well, to be honest with you, that is what older men do.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
And I assume she was getting the cash and prizes. I would assume anyway. He's 50 years old. He's a multimillionaire. I assume she was getting rewarded for this demand, for this level of control, if you will. I mean, if he wasn't, well, he set himself up for failure if that was not the case. If he was not, having a exchange, if you will, for this type of action, okay? Because again, a fair exchange is not a robbery, right? Well, women will make it a robbery after the fact. But you get what I'm saying, right? If he was doing what he was supposed to on his end, she then acquiesced, well, a fair exchange is indeed not a robbery, correct? Doe claimed there was one argument in particular that terrified her when he yelled at her while a tool was visible in the room. Well, again, this is her word against his. I don't know if she has any evidence, so that remains to be seen. So just keep that in mind. Quote, the plaintiff tried sharing her location with friends from her phone just in case, quote, the docs state, but Sharpe saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the and said, if you ever do that again, I will blank you. Okay, again, strong allegations here. She tried to share her location with her friends, and he saw her doing this allegedly and threatened her afterwards. The two, nevertheless, continued their relationship even following a move by both to Nevada during the summer of 2024. However, Doe states in her suit that she attempted to break things off after his infamous Instagram live streaming incident, which she said led to him blanking her. All right. So after this infamous incident, which you all know of, again, I assume that this happened with her. And then after that, with this consensual, I guess, on live stream, then afterwards, somehow he got with her again in a non-consensual way. Okay. I mean, again, innocent until proven guilty, right? Doe claimed in her suit the first instance happened in October 2024 at her apartment. She said the 56-year-old Pro Football Hall of Famer forced himself on her while she was crying and sobbing.
Enemy spotted.
The second instance, the suit alleges happened a few weeks later in January 2025. Doe claimed Sharpe came over to her house with promises of delivering a Christmas and birthday gift to her, but instead, well, you read it right there, violently blank her once more. She's suing for over $50 million. Well, so you mean to tell me in October he forced himself, and then in January he did it again? That close. So in October he did it, and somehow in January 25 you allowed him to come over again with the promises of, again, cash and prizes here, gifts for Christmas and birthday, but instead he did it to you again, allegedly, right? So you let him come over with the promises of getting something out of it, which, if that's true, that is your fault, not his. That's your fault for allowing him to fool you twice. And then, okay, got it. Quote, it takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money, Busby said in a statement after filing the suit on Doe's behalf. I look forward to pressing this case in court. We've reached out to Sharpe for comment in the case, but so far, no word back yet. Now, I have one more question. If this happened so soon in October of 2024 and January of 2025, riddle me this. Why have you not gone to the police yet?
Enemy spotted.
Why have you not filed for this man to go to jail?
Bitch, ain't no way.
That's what my question.
Ain't no fucking way.
So you went for the bag. And he said, here's the logic, which we all know as men. We all understand this logic, right? So if you go for the bag, this man is rich and powerful. He can pay for it. What's to say you won't do this to the next woman? So essentially, you have enabled him to go do this to somebody else, right? So is your pain's only worth money, right? Which, of course, we all know in this economy, it is, okay? Just like, my man, Coach Greg Adams says, right? Lawsuits are the new divorce. They're also the new payday. It's how women make you rich, through lawsuits. So he breaks up with you. Something happens in your relationship that you didn't like. All of a sudden, you wait till he makes it big, and then you strike at the right time when he's at his peak of financial security. Boom. $50 million lawsuit after he signs a bag for $100 million. You take half, right? How convenient. But innocent until proven guilty, or in this case, the burden of proof, which is not as much as it is in a criminal court. The burden of proof, I assume, is on Shannon at this point, because we all know in today's age, believe all women, men are guilty until proven innocent. So I hope that he makes this out unscathed and he's still able to keep his $1 million and his integrity and his image intact. Probably not, but we will see, all right? And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about these allegations down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And remember, just like Shannon Sharpe is finding out today, reality checks are free. See you next time.